Opening question.
Picture this. You wake up. Your phone vibrates. Messages, demands, expectations flood in. An endless stream of things pulling at your attention. And in the middle of all this noise, a question surfaces. Am I truly happy or just endlessly busy? We chase satisfaction in things. The next purchase, the next achievement, the next moment we believe will finally feel better than now. But just as we reach for it, it slips away. Over 2,000 years ago, the Stoics wrestled with the very same question. Where does real happiness come from? Their answer was shockingly simple and radically different. Happiness is not in wealth or fame, not in the approval of others. It lies in how we think, how we act, and how we live. Maybe contentment isn't about having everything, but about recognizing what truly matters and releasing what chains us. And perhaps in this ancient philosophy, there is a key we desperately need in the 21st century.
Poetic reflection. There are days when I walk the streets, faces rushing past me, driven by deadlines, urgency, endless demands. And yet, behind so many eyes, there hides a quiet longing, a longing for stillness, a longing for the feeling of finally arriving. I know this longing too, that constant whisper inside, not enough yet, one more step, one more win. But sometimes, when I pause, feel my breath, watch the sunlight dancing on the walls, the longing dissolves into clarity. I realize happiness isn't out there. It doesn't live in a prize, a number, or the approval of strangers. It is a quiet center within us, revealed when we peel away the noise. The Stoics called this tranquility, the ability to find peace, not in external things, but in the posture of the soul. And maybe happiness isn't a finish line. Maybe it's a space within us that we learn to enter.
Before exploring the Stoics' view, it's important to remember they did not write as distant theorists, but as guides for daily living. Their philosophy was never meant to stay on parchment. It was a medicine for the soul, tested in the struggles of real life.
What is happiness for the Stoics? For most people, happiness means pleasure, success, possessions. The Stoics disagreed. They called these things indifference. They may be pleasant or useful, but they cannot be the foundation of happiness. Why? Because everything outside our control can be taken from us. Wealth, beauty, fame, even health. True happiness, they said, lies in virtue, wisdom, courage, justice, moderation. Not because virtue brings rewards, but because living with virtue aligns us with our own nature. Seneca wrote, "It is not because things are difficult that we do not dare. It is because we do not dare that they are difficult." Happiness is no accident, no gift from the gods. It is a decision, a daily practice. It begins not when we gain something, but when we realize we already have enough.
The dichotomy of control. Freedom as the root of happiness. Epictetus taught it is not things themselves that disturb us, but our opinions about them. This is the heart of Stoic happiness. Life brings loss, illness, conflict, injustice. None of this lies in our control, but within our control is always our attitude, our response, our choice. The dichotomy of control draws a sharp line, what I can influence and what I cannot. Unhappiness comes when we pour our energy into the second. Happiness grows when we focus on the first. The one who practices this no longer feels a victim, but free. And freedom, the Stoics taught, is the wellspring of true happiness.
Practical exercises. Cultivating happiness every day. The Stoics were not abstract thinkers. They gave us practices, concrete tools, still useful today. Negative visualization. Imagine losing something you love, not to torture yourself, but to deepen gratitude. Suddenly, what you have feels priceless. Evening reflection. At night, ask yourself, where did I live with virtue today? And where did I get carried away by externals? Clarity grows, and with it, serenity. Memento mori, remembering death. Life is finite, not to inspire fear, but intensity. When each day could be the last, each day gains meaning. Mindful acceptance. Say yes to the moment, not as resignation, but as an active embrace. Resistance melts into peace. These small practices are keys to a greater door, the inner freedom we call happiness. Mirror of daily life. Social media stress. You post a photo, but the likes don't come. A pang of disappointment. A Stoic would say, the opinions of others are not in your control. Your worth is not measured in clicks, but in your character. Exam anxiety. You sit in class, heart racing, hands sweating. You fear failure, but ask yourself, is the outcome in your control? Not fully, but preparation, effort, composure, those are yours, and that is enough. Relationships. A fight with a friend spirals, harsh words, hurt feelings. The Stoic reminder, not every blow needs to be returned. You can choose peace. Silence becomes strength, forgiveness the way forward. Career pressure. You work hard, yet your boss overlooks you. Frustration grows. The Stoic answer, I cannot control his judgment, but I can choose to do my work with dignity. Work then becomes not dependence, but an expression of virtue. These scenes remind us, happiness is not dictated by circumstances. It lives in the inner freedom we choose each day. Quiet ending. Perhaps the Stoics' greatest lesson is this. Happiness is not something to chase. It is not a destination, but a way of being, a choice we can make in every moment. Happiness is not found where life is perfect. It is found where we accept imperfection, with dignity, with clarity, with calm. So the question remains, if happiness is not out there, but already within you, where are you searching for it? And maybe even more important, are you ready to stop the chase and recognize that it has been with you all along?